buddy Al Tucci here. I'm going to tell you what, today we're in Aurora, Illinois. We're in the one and only shop of Mr. Wonderful, Tim Morris, and I found someone special here I want to talk to. And what I really would like to do is show you this car. It's an incredible car. Rick Coleman from Aurora, it's nice to meet you. You too. I'm going to tell you what, this car is incredible. I came into the shop like a month or two ago, and I said, man, whose car? And he gave me the whole story, and it goes back to some years of having one like this when you were a kid.
Oh yeah, long time. When I was 15, it was my first car. I bought, before I had my driver's license. I bought one for $50. It had a rod knock in it. Didn't have my driver's license yet. Me and my dad rebuilt the 6-cylinder motor, put it in, it's like I had it running by the time I got my driver's license. And there was a guy in town, lived in Bowie, Maryland at the time. God, I can't think of his name.
Is that where you were from, Bowie, Maryland?
No, I'm from Aurora, but my dad was military.
Oh, okay.
So at the time we were living there, and the guy came through with a straight axle 56 Chevy, was painted like a Rambler green.
And it was totally loved, right?
It stuck in my head for years and years. Since then, I've had like 5 of them. I had one with the year I got married in '75. I had a brown and white one that I had to sell to build my house, and my wife promised to get me another car
one day. Isn't that nice? That's what love's all about. Tell me about this one. How many years have you had this 56 Chevy?
Oh God, I had this stored in my back lot probably for 10 years, just a shell.
Really?
When I retired in '09, I decided it's time to start redoing this. It's a retirement project.
So it's something you can do.
Started, and I had some heart issues, so I had to put it on the table for 2 years. And then after I recovered and got all the bills from that paid, we started the process, and this is where we ended up.
Do you mind lifting the hood for us?
No.
It's probably a small block.
I don't think so.
No, it's not a small. Holy cow!
Been a big block fan my whole life.
Me too, man. That's a 427, huh?
Yeah.
That's the real deal. I mean, those are the screamers from the late 60s.
An old school 427, 4 1/4 horse.
Tell me a little bit about what's in the motor.
I can't.
Oh, it's Jimmy Lopez, obviously.
Jimmy Lopez
motor,
motor,
right?
He said, no, don't reveal all the secrets, but it's basically a 427, 4 1/4 horse. We'll leave it at that.
Very nice. I mean, it lives so much up to the. Besides some of the things you have to have for cooling.
Well,
fans,
a lot of people didn't realize that the big blocks did fit in Tri-5 Chevys with the radiator in the 6-cylinder position. Short water pump on a big block, they fall right in. There's years ago we used to have to hammer the firewall with a 2-pound maul to make a dent for the valve cover, but we've compensated for that by setting the firewall back a little bit. Yeah, it turned out fantastic.
Very nice. It's a stick car, 4-speed?
No, it's a turbo 400.
Okay.
With a trans brake, just in case you want to go racing.
So this is almost a car that you'll take out, you'll enjoy it.
It's a driver.
And it's almost a replica of what a Gasser would have been, right?
Exactly. That's what we tried to do. We tried to replicate the old Gasser theme with some new upgrades. And I think we've accomplished that very well, thanks to Tucci Speed Shop, for one, Timmy Loris, and Jimmy Lopez, my motor builder.
Very nice. This is going to be a cool car. This is going to be an eye grabber is what it's going to be.
Yeah.
People are going to see this and they're going to go, wow. I mean, it's representing Al's Speed Shop and the knocked up name of the car. That's so cool. I mean, that is, where does that come from?
A lot of people didn't get the knocked up thing, and even some people today, I thought it would be a hate-or-love relationship, but my idea with the knocked up is that the front end's knocked up a little bit, and then Pat Finley used his imagination a little bit, decided to put the little girl on there. I gave him free hand to do what he wanted to do.
How about Don's Union 76?
Well,
Are they still in business?
No, they closed years and years ago, but when I was 17, 18 years old, it was our favorite hangout in North Aurora. There was probably 30 of us guys or better that hung around there, and he was kind of like our dad. I mean, he taught us all
The young
working on motors.
Was he a gearhead himself?
Yeah, he was.
So it was like a generation. You know how we get this in this world?
Yeah.
Like Tim would probably be a generation below you guys.
Exactly.
That's how it
My
works.
little brother from another mother.
He did a fantastic job.
Yeah,
though. I got to tell you, this
Yeah, he
color,
did.
the color combo was almost a factory color combo.
Yep.
And it looks like it just rolled out of the
It
factory.
actually wasn't a 56 color, it was 55 or 57, but seen so many of these. I love the color, and I knew it was a girl grabber too. You know, this when you go to car shows, the girls just love this pastel color. So, yeah, we wanted this color for a long time.
Can we get a shot inside the car? Sure. Tim? Got a professional photographer here today. And this is Patty's door. And Patty's here.
Yeah, it's my wife's door.
We're getting a chance to say hi to her.
She's a big part of this project.
That's what's important. Patty, come on over here. Now you're filming. You can keep the camera running and get the inside. We'd just like to get a word with you.
Unlike most women, she is a car show freak.
Wow, this thing has got some nice interior. I mean, tell me a little bit about the seats that are in this car. That's a tilt wheel too, huh?
Pro car seats with an identical column, with the period correct walnut steering wheel.
God, look at the tack on the.
We eliminated the back seat.
The tack's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a retro tack.
Isn't that cool? I mean, it just.
We decided to eliminate the back seat and just put the period correct roll and fleet panels in there. And that turned out very well as far as I'm concerned.
Listen to that sound. That's original.
That's,
you hear something like
that's
that.
when a car door closes.
Isn't that something? And then, I mean, it's not been, has it been tugged or anything?
Yes, yeah.
So you have a little bit of work in the car?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, just to get the big white tire in there, no rubbing. Nice roll cage. I mean, it's a pretty cool car. This thing's gonna be, definitely be an eye grabber.
It looks like a period correct gadget, but it's really not with the tub rear, the narrow rear end of it. Because back in the day, the tires stuck out of the wheel well. We didn't want that look, but we still got the gasser look.
Yeah, some of those guys cut them out.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, and you see a lot of 55 Chevys that way.
They wanted the complete outside to be stock looking with all the original trim and all the jewelry on the car.
Very nice.
We are just really happy with the way it turned out.
You got yourself some headers. I mean, were those ordered or built? Those are pretty cool.
No, those are actually stock fender well headers.
Very nice.
I can't think of the brand name right off hand. It's been so long ago.
That's you know, I hear, you know, just because of I love the car, but I also have heard some great stories that you had. You know, maybe you can tell the camera a little bit. A story about when you were a young kid.
Oh yeah, I was working in a restaurant in Bowie, Maryland. That's actually how I got into drag racing. I was a dishwasher there, and of course, being low man on the totem pole.
Do you remember? I don't mean to jump in, but do you remember what track we had? Cecil County. What tracks?
I don't remember the name of the track.
I mean, there's a couple tracks out that way. But I was just curious.
Whatever's close to Bowie, Maryland, it was a track. It was only like a half mile down the road.
So you were a young kid, and you got
late night after closing the restaurant. We were cleaning up like the goons had to do, which I was. Heard a rap on the back door. Kept pounding on the back door. We're closed. We're closed. Guy kept rapping on the back door, so I opened up the door. I said, "Dude, we're closed." He says, "Man, you got to help me out." I said, "We're closed." And he kept on. He was insistent. He said,
was he hungry?
Yes, he was very hungry. Him and his whole crew were. Come and find out. Long story short, it was Connie Coletta.
Really?
It's true. They were on their way to I think it was Cecil County Drag Strip.
That's it. It's in Sunrise.
And he said, "Man," he said, "we're starving to death." He said, "You know, we've been on the road all night." He said, "Can't you make us something to eat?" I looked at my two buddies. I said, "Man, can you help them out?" So long story short, we made him ham sandwiches and gave him a 12-pack of beer. And just sent him on his way. But he gave us tickets to the drag strip for the next day.
Isn't that something?
And it was just so cool.
What a story.
Yeah, and you know, I think now.
That's back probably. What year was that? I mean,
had to be 64.
It was back in the Bounty Hunter. When he was driving the Bounty Hunter cars.
Yep, 65.
Very cool.
I think he pulled in on an open trailer. You know, just when he was a poor guy. You know, wasn't a big guy. But yeah, that got us. And then as it turned out, my other part-time job at a gas station. I asked my boss, I said, "Man, I got the time off today to go to the drag strip." "You can." He said, "I gotta have you, I gotta have you." I said, "I'm going to the drag strip." Connie Coletta gave me tickets. He said, "I'm telling you, if you go, you're fired." I went, I got fired. But I'm the drag strip.
But you saw the drag, you saw the big names
it was
and
really
everything.
cool. And between that and the 56 straight axle car that I saw cruising the hood, that got me going on this end result. So, yeah.
I just want to thank you, Rick Coleman, Patty. Thank you so much. People, I'm gonna tell you what, I can't wait to see this thing hitting the streets of Aurora coming up here 2017. Look out, because Rick Coleman's excited.